Here we go. And we're here a few days after the Pebble Beach Concours. But I think for folks, it's a week from Wednesday. I think it was a week and a half ago. But still, it's good to see you, Johnny. Johnny, you literally just landed from Pebble Beach.
Yeah.
In that blue Mercedes behind you that I was supposed to get. Here's my thumb. But they said somebody else had it. They didn't tell me you had it. Yeah. And they gave me that Kia. Remember that?
Yeah.
But you just literally drove back.
I came in hot, baby.
You stayed in an extra day? Is that?
Yeah, well, you remember I flew from Germany to Pebble Beach where I picked up that blue Mercedes. And then yesterday was Monday. Right. Where I stayed the night and then drove the Audi Nuvolari.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes, that's good.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna get into the Audi Nuvolari in a minute. We've got a good show for you folks. Yes. We have a very special car that's going to be here in a minute, Johnny. And you can tell me how it's pronounced. Andrea Colombo, CEO and co-founder of
Eccentrica.
Eccentrica is going to be here, and you'll sit in on that. And he's going to bring by the Eccentrica V12 Coupe,
yes,
which was, I'm sure, up in Monterey.
I drove it on Saturday afternoon.
Terrific.
Yeah.
I'll drive it again. I'm going to get a chance to drive it.
Nice.
But I have to talk about Pebble. It was great being up in Pebble. Really great. The best weekend yet.
Yeah, it was good.
Zuckerman had never seen the Concours.
What
I couldn't believe that. He loved it. He loved it as much as I loved it, you know. And just as we were getting used to the idea that old cars were over, we looked at these cars and we were like, oh my God. Yeah, it was exactly what we needed. A recentering of and a rebirth of the excitement for us of the old stuff, as well as the new stuff. But I have to thank Vince Finaldi, who's running the Concours, taking over from Sandra Button, who did a wonderful job. She's handing the, what do they do? Hand her steering wheel over? Is it a key fob?
The tiller?
The tiller? To Vince Finaldi, who turns out is a former lawyer and friend of Zuckerman's.
Yeah.
And boy, yeah,
we know things.
He gave me the keys to the tennis club at the lodge and said, hey, go see this guy named Kai Foreman who runs the tennis club. So I was hitting balls for 2 hours a day up there. I loved it. It was fantastic because you don't know how relaxed you get. Like the second day, Sam Byrne, who bought Willow Springs.
I know Sam well, yeah.
We like Sam. He said, I'm going to try to hit it. I've got all these meetings, but I'm a little tense. He shows up on the court. Like this at the end of 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, thank God I hit a tennis ball around. By the way, and then he told me, everything that they're doing at Willow Springs.
Which is a lot.
Willow Springs Reimagined.
It's pretty good.
I heard the whole deal.
Yeah.
It's Saturday, October 17th, if you guys want to get tickets. Last year, of course, was crazy.
I'm driving this time.
You are?
I'm not
the most amount of people I've ever seen at Willow Springs. And tickets are on sale now. Look at that. You can just go right up there. They've got a B sedan race. They've got a Porsche Cup car race. They've got a hill climb this year with the Peterson Museum.
So cool.
Vintage motorcycle racing, celebrity racing. It says last year's had Jensen Button, Dario Franchitti, and Jimmy Johnson. They were all there.
They were all there.
But I don't know. I guess they're going to have new stuff this year. They're putting it together right now. Plus bigger displays, bigger concours, an auction with cars and bids. Go to WillowSpringsImagine.com. Get your tickets fast because they sold out last year.
Yeah, it was really fun. Except
we should
for
maybe
the helicopter nonsense.
Should we auction off a seat in a helicopter with us?
Yes, auction off my seat.
Okay, good. And you'll drive up. Anyway,
I'm definitely driving up. Yes.
Getting back to Pebble, boy, did we have a great time. And we were at the lodge this time at the center of everything, not having to worry. I mean, it was a little bit of a problem getting in, but once we were there, we were at the center of the event.
How was that experience?
I forgot how wonderful it could be. Because now, instead of being late for our own show and the police literally kicking us out of our own show, we could get in our golf cart, which is the ultimate flex.
That's it.
At the Pebble Beach Concours. It's not hypercars. No, it's not the new Bugatti.
No.
It's a golf cart.
Yeah.
It's a golf cart. And we just go and look at everybody setting up everything. And maybe if you were lucky, I picked you up and dropped you off at a restaurant or two. I would just drive the thing around and people would flag me down like I worked for the Concours and say, can we get a lift to the Hay, the restaurant? I go, sure, hop in the back. And I'd give folks rides up. Some of our fans were there and saw that happen. They go, what are you doing?
Well, now you know what it's like to
Are you just carting people around?
Now you know what it's like to be friends with Spike. It's a constant stream of, what are you doing?
But I had fun. I also want to thank Cindy McGrain, who over the years has done a lot of organizing for us. She did a wonderful job. She keeps the whole thing going at the forum, and had a very funny intro where she forgot to introduce you and Zuckerman. The one thing you need to remember this time is we're all coming out at the same time. So it's Spike, Jonny, and Paul.
Right.
And then she went, here's Spike.
It's okay. It's okay.
I made a nice edit there in the playback, which is on Patreon right now. So it goes Spike, Jonny, and Paul. Just like that.
And fun show.
Super fun.
Yeah,
the show was fun.
That was good.
Matt didn't make it. Jerry dropped out at the last minute, but everybody was happy.
Yeah, it worked out.
It worked.
It worked out.
Yeah. So I'm happy if they're happy. And a lot of stuff went on. You brought up that you drove the Audi Nuvolari.
Yeah.
I think we have some shots right here. Why don't we start with that?
Yeah.
This thing, I saw them taking it off the truck.
Yeah.
Because I was just outside like a kid in a candy store. Every time I heard a truck, I'm like, what's going to come out? This thing came out.
Yeah.
What is it like?
Okay, so it's a platform mate of the Lamborghini Temerario, which is a very, very, very nice supercar that's on the border of a hypercar. And then you add like almost another 100 horsepower to it. But more importantly, the body is completely carbon fiber. And then everything you see on the exterior that's not a headlight or carbon fiber is metal. And like real metal. So that grill's metal, that will probably have to get changed, actually, just the grill for European pedestrian safety. But as I pointed out to Audi, like in the US, you can just kill people all day. You don't leave it metal. The vents are metal on the rear, which I don't think I stupidly didn't get a shot of the rear, but on the rear, there's a giant kind of grating. It's one huge piece of aluminum, and the car is super wide. So it's a really mega piece. It has different suspension than the Temerario. So the Temerario is like, none of it moves around a lot, but it's pretty like Lamborghini, like it's pretty exciting. This is very, very buttoned down. It has, I don't understand, they explained to me 4 times, but predictive suspension. So based on 6 inputs, it decides what to do with the wheels. But it's basically what it means is it's one and done. If you hit a bump, it's dealt with. And it's just over with. And yeah, it's a very Spartan interior. But everything that looks like metal
is that the finished interior, do you think? Or is this just the show car?
They said what we're looking at is 98.5% of what will
very
appear.
Scientific, right?
Very German.
98.5.
Yes, very German. But
I doubt that.
If you see the door handle, that's just aluminum.
Right.
So all the switchgear is aluminum. If it looks like leather, it's leather. If it looks like Alcantara, it's Alcantara. There's very little plastic on the interior. I gotta say, when I look at it, it doesn't have the 1 second wow rule that Brabus developed. Yes,
it has more of a Game of Thrones, like a knight's armor vibe, like a helmet, you know. But maybe when I drive it, maybe I'll like it.
You'll like it when you drive it. And the other thing with this particular interior, it's like everything that's in front of your eyes is black, and everything behind that is light. And that's very on purpose because you want to get rid of glare and just make it very driver focused.
You're clear to tell us how it drove, right?
Yeah,
it's not. It's embargoed. The embargo was lifted today.
Yesterday.
Okay, good.
Bonkers. I love it. I mean, look, it's 987 horsepower, so it has as much horsepower as the Bugatti Veyron.
Yeah,
and it probably weighs about the same. But I mean, it's hypercar power with very, very sophisticated KW suspension with insane brakes. The brakes are so flipping good, and modern tire technology. Right?
Amazing.
So the Veyron.
So you like it?
I'm down, baby. Yeah, I like it a lot.
There you go. Yeah. Would you compare it to a Bugatti?
It's very. I would say it's less aquatic drive. The Veyron, it really just feels like everything's watery. It's awesome, but it's very like nautical, very boat like. Where this is like if you sent the Lamborghini Temerario to finishing school. That's what it feels like. And again, they positioned it above the Temerario. So this is 499 examples are being made.
Yep.
Temerario is regular production. And this is, I think the starting price in the US is like 700 or 725,000. And they'll show up in the first, like immediately in 2028 in the US, North America. They'll be in Europe starting in Q3 2027.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I was walking through the lounge lobby restaurant at the lodge, and a nice fellow in a suit came up to me and said, Mr. Ferrestein, I'm from Jaguar. We'd love you to come by our booth. I thought he was going to punch me, by the way.
Well, can I pause real quick? The guys from Audi were like, could you tell Spike to stop talking shit about the Nuvolari?
I'm not talking shit about it. I have a deal with the audience and I'm going to give my honest opinion. And I don't think I'm wrong. I'm not crazy about how it looks. I love Audi.
That's a cool angle, though.
I love their cars. Anyway, I was nervous when Jaguar said, I said, hey, I hope you're not upset about what I've said repeatedly, but they go, we're big boys. We're Jaguar. We're not afraid. Come by and see the car. And I said, okay, I'll come by and see the car, listen to the pitch. So I did go by on Concours Day, and there's a picture here of this car. There it is. This is the new Type 01.
So big.
And a couple things confused me. Zuckerman asked if he could sit in it. They said no.
Nice.
It's just a prototype. It's just a testing car. And I said, here, go to the close-up shot there, isn't there? Like, here's some of the plastic peeling off of it, in the test wrap.
That's tape, though. That's all right.
Okay, here's what is upsetting to me. I'm still upset. I went by with an open mind.
Yes.
But at this point, why are you bringing a prototype taped up to here, to Pebble Beach? Why didn't we have the finished car or nothing? This has been like the longest, most dragged out launch of a thing. That's one complaint. But the thing that really stood out, and by the way, before I, say anything more negative about it, they told me what they thought they were going to charge for it. It's not set in stone what they were going to make. And I thought, all right, I think I kind of came over to your way of thinking. The type of buyer for this car, I thought this was going to be a very, very expensive EV, a la the Bentley, whatever that was. But this one is, I think going to be a little over $100,000, I think.
I heard last year, I heard $120,000 to start.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And it's for a certain kind of buyer that wants something cool and electric, and I can see that working. So, I'm not hating it as much as I hated it before. My complaints have always been Jaguar's PR department. And, after we saw it, I was there and I came out and saw some of our friends outside the gate here of the Jaguar place. And I said, isn't it amazing that Ferrari launches an electric, Jaguar launches an electric. They both have a very strong negative reaction, but Ferrari figures out how to make lemonade.
How'd they figure it out?
While Jaguar just shits the bed. The PR department, the PR people. How did they figure it out? One, they get to announce they've sold it out. It's sold out. The allocations are sold.
In China.
And the US.
The Luce?
Yes. Sold out. Two, they take serial number, VIN number 0000. They put it up for auction and it sells for... You remember we talked about this on the show, and Jonny, you said, I think this can actually go higher, 20, 30. We were all wrong because that bitch went for $40 million and it was bought by a guy. Now, if you were walking around Pebble Beach, everybody there was saying snidely, this was Ferrari that bought it. They bought it and sold it to themselves.
They sort of did. This is
self-dealing. This is all they did.
They sort of did.
But they didn't. Because I asked around, but as I was finding out who did it, it was suddenly hitting the press everywhere. The guy who bought the $40 million Ferrari seems like a sweetheart. The greatest investor you've never heard of, an optometrist, I think from Palm Beach, Florida, who beat the odds to become a billionaire. And then everybody starts ripping this guy apart. And this is, I think, pretty much the only cool billionaire I've ever heard of in my life. This guy... I know he wears a red fedora and you want to make fun of that. Guess where he starts? In the corner of his class in elementary school, literally wearing a dunce cap because he was dyslexic. He was wearing a dunce cap. Back in the day when he, was going to school, they didn't have all these programs to help kids.
Sure.
They just said, you're dumb.
Right.
So they said, he's dumb. And that's the word he uses in this article. They put him in the class and they put a dunce cap on him. And he's relegated to being stupid for his school years. In high school, he's not doing, look at this guy. In high school, he's not doing well. So he just stops going to class. And then his family goes, look, you got two choices. I think one was going into the military and one was going to some prison camp or something. He chooses the military, and that's where they realize, they test his intelligence. that he's off the charts intelligent.
Yeah.
And you can read this article yourself. This is an amazing story. He meets a guy named Lear who wants to make a Learjet. He starts investing in companies. He starts saying it's one of the greatest stories from dunce cap to red fedora, on top of which he's giving hundreds of millions of dollars every year to public schools in Florida.
Yeah.
This guy
He's great.
is great.
And I think he also opened a Ferrari dealership.
I don't think that's in there.
It's not in the article, but I think that...
Go show me where that's there.
It's not in the article.
You have to verify that claim if you're just going to throw that out there. You know, you can't say shit. This is a respectable podcast.
Since when?
You can't just look. This guy's family survived the Holocaust. This man.
A lot of families survived the Holocaust.
Okay, while you look that up, I'm going to do an ad. All right?
All right.
Today's show is sponsored by RaceDeck. RaceDeck is cost-effective, durable, truly do-it-yourself modular flooring system engineered for the garage, currently making a paint-to-sample tile for Spike Vredestein. Somebody sent me...
Self-draining.
Somebody sent me a race car pulling on to into a garage, and the tires were so hot, the tiles melted into the tire, and he goes, I guess RaceDeck can't handle this. Well, guess what?
Uh-oh.
It wasn't RaceDeck.
That's right.
It wasn't RaceDeck.
It was RaceDeck.
That's good, Johnny. It was RaceDeck. Because RaceDeck does not melt when the racing tires go on it and can handle chipping. Won't chip, won't peel, won't stain. Handles loads in excess of 80,000 pounds and is self-draining.
Self-draining.
Head to racedeck.com/SCR or racedeck.com/SpikesCarRadio to look at this handsome picture of this gold prospector from California. And also an exclusive 15% off your garage flooring. We thank RaceDeck for sponsoring the show. All right. What did you find?
Nothing. But my only thing is
don't wait, but don't, you know, I know you want to be cynical.
I don't want to be
but
cynical.
I want to take a moment.
I want to be cynical.
It's everybody was cynical about this. And when I read about this guy, I liked the story, and
he's awesome. I'll give you that.
And the money goes to the Ferrari what do they call it? The foundation. Ferrari
whatever
Foundation.
That is.
You can trust the Italians.
But
when have the Italians ever done anything?
I just want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
Friday night.
Yes.
A Shelby Daytona Coupe.
Yes.
Sold.
I know. I watched
for $39 million.
Yeah. Oh, 42. Okay.
But it was $39 million was the hammer price.
Correct.
That was Gooding. Gooding's big rival is RM, who sold a Luce for $40 million. So there's a lot of speculation that RM really wanted to have the big sale of the weekend because the GTR, the F1 GTR, the McLaren, Nick Mason's Pink Floyd drummer, people knew it wasn't going to get to 40 million because it's a race car that never took a green or a checkered flag. So they just wanted to get the number to 40 million. This is all
conspiracy theory. Look,
but for now, what are the odds of a car selling for 39 million and then the next day the rival auction house sells a car for 40 million?
Pretty good, because it happened. Look, honestly, here's another great moment. Zuckerman and I are sitting in a lobby. Zuckerman likes to go to hotel lobbies and make fun of all the people there, so I go with him.
Yes.
I opened up my phone, I put it on tilt, and I put up the Gooding auction. And it wasn't the Gooding auction, was it, that had the Shelby? It was the Gooding auction.
Yeah.
And we were just, we were in heaven. We're ordering all this food and we're just watching Gooding auction off cars. It was amazing. Really fun. And I saw that car go off. It was really entertaining.
That was wild, because that was way over the estimate.
Yeah.
That was way over, yeah.
And then I bumped into someone yesterday when we were talking about the cars, and he goes, you know what? Carroll Shelby never owned that car. I said, what?
Conspiracy.
Somebody I trust actually said that. But this guy, I like him. Yeah. I'm going to go on record. And by the way, I think the car's worth it.
Also, when that other billionaire...
Listen. The first electric Ferrari ever built is worth money. It's worth money in the same way an Apple, the first Apple computer, the very first iPhone. And I don't want to belabor it too much.
I just want to say, it's smart of you to praise this guy, because when that other billionaire guy with the Aston Martin comes to murder you,
who's that?
Remember the guy, the Citibank guy
with the beady eyes? yeah.
Maybe he'll he'll be your billionaire defender.
He'll take his fedora and fling it, cut his head
Odd Job. Yeah.
Yeah. I just like that he went from dunce cap to red fedora. I'm now behind the red fedora.
Was it a red dunce cap? Anyways, yeah, it's great.
Wait, just imagine that. You're a little kid and they put a fucking dunce cap on your fucking head.
Yeah.
We should celebrate this guy. That's my point.
Yeah,
I'll tell you another guy who bought a car. Look at this video right here.
Let's see, another dunce capper.
Watch this. Paul Zuckerman bidding on a very special Super 90 GT. And sold to Paul Zuckerman.
Yes. You did it. Do you feel high?
Look how high he
And
is.
there's Johnny. And look, and then right away, this is what they do. Get him the money, just in case he gets afraid and he runs away. Look at this guy. There you go. I wonder what he actually signed there. The agreement to buy the car. Look at the guy over his shoulder there, that weirdo. Seconds after this video, that man tried to assassinate Paul Zuckerman. But what car was that, you ask?
That was New York Comedian's Super
Correct.
90 GT.
It was Jerry Seinfeld's.
Yeah.
356.
Yeah.
Yep. Super 90 GT.
61.
A car that we've seen in his collection, driven in his collection.
Paul's driven it.
No, I've driven it. I still remember blasting down the 405 to the 10
It's
in
a
that
four
car.
camera, yeah?
No, it's
it's
a
not?
Super 90. 90 horsepower. And but it's so dialed in and perfect. And I think slate gray is the color. Just a beautiful thing.
But is there truth to the story that Jerry offered it to Paul for $400,000 and Paul said, I think the market's actually going down. And Jerry said, well, I'll just auction it off and see what happens.
No, not really.
Okay.
It was right around the time we bought these two other cars.
Right.
And we were feeling like we don't want to take advantage of Jerry and his generosity by just buying everything he's selling because he's putting up a lot of cars at auction and, there's a lot of people involved in that. So we didn't buy it, but it was offered. It was, it was twice the amount.
Yeah, okay.
And
that's
so
the story.
Paul did pick it up a lot cheaper.
Yeah, so Paul stole it. That was a story I just told. Yeah.
Well, I didn't steal it. It wasn't intentional. And Jerry, always the gentleman, texted him right away and said, congratulations.
Nice.
It's a great car. And then
Nice.
Jerry on the group thread said, I can't believe this car is another car I get to see again.
Right.
So
That's cool.
We're psyched. Anyway, there's more Pebble Beach news. This gentleman right here stole a Lamborghini to go to Car Week and then got busted. Look at this. Go ahead and play it.
Oh,
This is unbelievable.
fantastic.
I think this guy's a national hero right here. He
put him in
said,
our-
you know what? I don't have something cool to drive. So I'm going to steal a car. And boy,
It's so good.
the police have these little cameras that read the license plates and they know right away if it's stolen. And this guy gets yanked out right in the middle of the car show where he was showing the car.
It's so good.
Amazing.
Wow. Yeah, that he can be in the green room with Radamak. That is good stuff.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good moment for him.
We love that. More of that, please.
Yes, more of that. I also, we met many people who follow the show and listen to the show and watch the show and said hello. And it was really nice, but one gentleman in particular from Indiana, which I don't think we have a picture of, so you don't have to worry about it, Cameron, said, I'm the guy who tipped you off about McMurtry.
Oh.
And I said, yeah, you said there was going to be a road car at Goodwood. Johnny said he didn't see anything. He goes, yeah, I didn't really say it properly. He goes, I've bought one and I'm having it delivered to Indiana and I've got show and display.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to be driving it on the road.
Awesome. Love it.
And we were just like, what? This is another hero of the Concours.
Yeah.
This guy, this kid really buys a McMurtry Spéirling.
Yes.
And he's going to be driving it around Indiana.
Yes.
And Zuckerman and I chatted with him, and he sent me a nice note on Instagram. And then he said, he goes, it was so nice meeting you guys. I can't believe it was so fun to tell you about the McMurtry. He goes, but what was the most amazing part of my interaction with you was Zuckerman brought up the Aryan Brotherhood within 60 seconds of shaking my hand. And my friend doesn't know your show.
Right.
So he was standing there speechless going, what is happening?
Fantastic. That's great. That's excellent.
I said that right.
If you would have waited another 30 seconds, you could have got feces on top.
I said, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Winston Goodfellow posted this on Instagram. Did you see this, Johnny? Look at this Instagram post. Okay. This is a Vignale bodied Ferrari that's on the lawn. Can you see what's wrong with that rear quarter? Crashed right before the show.
Ooh, that's not good. Yeah.
As they're loading the car.
It's weird that doesn't happen more frequently, especially on load out. Like it's such a scramble after the show. It's there's always one or two things that get a little damaged like that, but I think it'd be more frequent. And usually it's more fires. Fires that seem to be the
there was a fire. There was a Mazda race car that went up.
Oh, and there was a Bugatti at auction that went up too.
Yeah.
It was quite good.
But this one, I thought I would just show it because
that sucks.
We all have this moment in our life with cars, but I doubt folks at home, I doubt everybody listening, it's as bad as this. Do you know I won't go through the rules, but I've read some of the rules of the Pebble Beach Concours, like, just because you have a nice car, you're not getting in. There's months and months of deliberation. You finally get to the lawn. Once you're on the lawn, you can't show the car again for 10 years there.
10 years.
By the way, if you show that car, if you're in consideration, if you put it anywhere else, they're going to take you right out of consideration. It has to be saved for this Concours.
Yeah.
And you get there, you climb that mountain, you get to this moment, you unload the car, and that happens.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you get a ding in your new car, think of this guy.
Well,
and
also,
look, his car's getting judged. Well, like, what do they do in that situation? Do they just forgive that? Do you know?
They don't forgive that. Absolutely not. And the other thing is, I'm looking at that. That's aluminum, so that's a nightmare.
No, I know.
And then the paint on top of it, you know what Concours paint costs.
Yeah. But
that's like the 6-figure repair, which is insane.
But to me, it becomes the most likable car there. I don't know if I sent you. Here's something else I just saw that I love. Did it say put up a picture of that bus with the Ferraris on top?
Oh, yeah, that was kind of the show stealer.
Everybody saw that,
transporter.
but a lot of folks weren't there. This crap. Look at this.
So that's the official Ferrari race transporter with a 57 Scaglietti bodied Testarossa and a 250 GTO. So that's about $150 million worth of cars on the roof.
Yeah. It was so great. And inside on the other side, there's a picture of Sophia Loren. I don't think I put it up. I had it on Instagram, but look at the folks there.
Yeah.
This is the funniest part of it was, we met our people around this event, but there were very few of our people here. This was another one of those, what are you doing here situations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you see the parrot guy or the macaw guy?
No.
Oh, he was really good.
Yeah.
He was a really good macaw guy this year.
Look at a lady with a fur coat.
3 fur coats. And that's real fur because it's Pebble Beach. Fuck you.
But still, so enjoyable. So, Zuckerman and I got a cup of coffee.
That's great.
And we just walked out our doors and then we were onto the lawn and we were in heaven looking at beautiful cars.
I got to say, I'm so glad you guys went because I'm such an advocate for stay for Sunday. Because so many people are just I just want to do the Quail and leave.
I've always liked it.
Yeah.
But Zuckerman, like you said, likes to leave.
Yeah.
Those pictures on the left, let's show those. It's of course. We talked to Bizzarini.
Yeah.
The Bizzarini people were like, the second you guys talked about us in the show, they go, Spike and Zuckerman and Johnny are talking about Bizzarini. And they got that green car wrong. They were all over you about the green car.
I got it wrong?
Yeah. Remember you said it was one of the old ones, but it was one of the new ones.
No.
They also reissued the race car.
The one I drove?
No, the green one that we showed on the show. But they were fine with it.
All right, whatever.
And this really reminded me of the Zagato 356 story, the way these guys talked about it. You can show that picture there. That's good. This car is so beautiful.
Yep.
So beautiful, so lovely. We were really taken by it. What's the car next to the Bizzarini right there? Oh, and of course, a new dream car for Spike.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a big story coming out of Pebble that the older stuff was declining, maybe not as quickly as 356s were, which, by the way, is great news for Porsche enthusiasts.
Yeah, for me.
Early 911s coming down. Great news for everybody because these great cars are now going to be affordable. We bumped into Magnus. He said he just bought a 356.
He told me that, yeah.
And the three of us went, let's go driving together in our 356s.
Nice.
Let's now that these things have fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
Let's show you what you can do with these things. And we don't want them to go back up. We want them to be democratized, if that's possible, and be affordable for everybody. And yes, I would like this to come down to $100,000.
That's never going to come down. So
I think it will. I think it will.
A 250 short wheelbase?
Yes, they were already down 6 or 7.
6 or 7 what?
Mil.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, one sold for 7 million or 6. Yeah.
There's hope.
Telling you.
Oh, that's insane.
There's no excitement in these cars.
Who could, the most beautiful thing on earth? How can you not be excited by that?
All the excitement is the new stuff.
People are
you saw it up close.
Yes, but like this thing's perfect.
There was another red one there too. I think you can show the comp. These were both competition. Yeah, they're sick. But yeah, you can get this now for $65,000 soon.
You mean the scale model?
You can.
There was a 58 Testarossa. Like
yes.
Oh God, it was right next to this actually.
Yeah,
so good.
It was good.
The cars were insane. By the way, did you walk out and see the 43 Lamborghini mirrors in a circle?
I did.
Oh, that was
mind-boggling.
Yeah.
But again, like the excitement was not the old cars except for us. But we have to keep going here because we've got this Lamborghini coming on, and Andrea Colombo, the CEO of Eccentrica. But let's quickly go to this Quail story. I didn't go to Quail, but Jonny went to Quail.
I was at
Quail. Jogged through the cars that were revealed. There was a lot of new stuff. What is this? The Lamborghini
Revuelto SV.
Yeah.
That's the SV.
Kind of cool. Click that see all photos button. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's the Cadillac. So Cadillac's going to apparently.
I didn't see this.
It's the V1.
Yeah.
So this is their endurance Le Mans, Daytona 500 car. And apparently they're actually going to put it into production because, McLaren, I can't remember the name of it. McLaren's doing the same thing. McLaren in 27, they have a race car and then they're making 36 street cars. It must be some homologation rule I don't know about, but Cadillac is putting this, you can buy this. This is a street car.
Wow.
Eventually. Yeah. Crazy. And
Where is Porsche in all of this? Amazing.
And I believe they're pulling the hybrid out of, I know McLaren is for sure for the street car.
Yeah.
And I think Cadillac's gonna maybe I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but anyways, yeah, this is the concept. Unbelievable. But it's coming. Yeah,
I didn't see that. What do we have next there?
That's the Alpina.
The Alpina,
and that lovely. That looks really good.
We covered it.
Yeah, super.
I wanted to see it in person. I should have gone to the Quail. I blew it.
Yeah, it's great.
That's lovely. We got to get it in the studio, Alpina. Bring it by. Go ahead.
That's a good idea.
Go down. Go low.
Toyota. It's a bad photo. But that's the GRGT.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah, that we've seen. This was a good one. You've seen this.
Did they bring that out to Laguna Seca and race it?
I don't know, but I totally missed Laguna this year. I missed it. But this is coming. This is going to compete with like a 911 Turbo in terms of power, but it should handle like a GT3, $175,000, $185,000 price point.
Yep.
Toyota's big Halo thing. Yeah, it's
what else? Cool. What else was there? Nuvolari, we covered it.
Nuvolari. Oh yeah, that thing.
So this is the one-off. I got excited that they were going to make this new, but no, this is a 2018 GT2 RS turned into a Flakbau, right?
Yeah.
One-off.
Yes. Sonderwunsch Plus.
Porsche seem to be out there selling what we can do, what we can make for you.
They also had, I don't know if he has a picture of it, but
it's in the back.
The Carrera S was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But not all that exciting.
No.
Zinger.
That's a terrible photo, Edlo, but that's the Zinger Roadster. So they ripped the top off. So it's like the world's most insane tandem roadster. Cool. Yeah.
We're going to be with Lucas at Audrain. You can come check us out, do a show there. Go down. Anything else?
There's more.
Yeah, there's more. Oh, yeah. You like this thing. The new Aston.
Yeah. That's the Valen. Yeah. Not a great photo, Edlo. But anyways, that's the Aston Martin Valen. It's rad. It's 850 horsepower. Crazy. Like look at that. It's like a negative space for the front. It's a crazy.
It's not the best color for this thing.
Lousy color. Great car. This is the roof. It is the roof. It's called the Era. EHRA as in Era Lesson, the top speed test track where Roof in the 80s made their name by going 211 miles an hour for the road and track test.
Right.
This is basically their CTR. So it's their turbos. I forget how much, 700 horsepower, but it's all-wheel drive, so it should accelerate like crazy.
Nice.
Very high top speed. This was a lovely, gorgeous thing. Didn't get a lot of play because it wasn't like brand new.
Anything else up there? We gotta get going here. We saw this guy.
Yeah. 50 more horsepower. That's the Acura God knows what, but they have
Acura God knows what would be a better name than what they usually name their stuff.
It's just like they're saying it's not production intent. So it's like, all right, next.
Kind of looks like the Luce. Okay, go down.
That's the
Gunther Works.
Oh,
this is their track monster.
Crazy monster.
That's super light, right? Isn't it like 2,300 pounds?
Something like that.
Some ridiculous.
Naturally aspirated.
But only 495 horsepower and incredibly loud.
Yeah,
right?
but no turbos.
That I would like to drive, Peter. Send that over. Okay, go down quickly.
Spike.
Yes.
The Spiker.
We were talking about the Spiker and how Pagani made it and they didn't, but they're going to give it another shot.
Yeah.
They just won't let it die like the Karma. Just keep making them.
How dare you?
Bring it on, Spiker. We'll take a look at it. Let us drive it.
This is the Hennessy Blackbird, which it just looks like it's diseased on the side there. I really love
the
John.
way it looks.
I love John. I just don't like the way this thing looks. But it's naturally aspirated with a manual. That's the big news. Yeah.
And anything else?
That's probably it. Yeah.
There you go. All right. We're going to bring on in a second. Stay here. We got to do an ad quick before we bring these guys on. Andrea Colombo is going to be on with the Eccentrica. But first, let's talk about our friends at Vredestein. Vredestein had a presence up at Pebble. They did a long drive with a bunch of influenzas, which I heard when I was up there. Not influencers, influenzas.
I like that.
That made me laugh.
That's good.
But it was good to see them up there. Vredestein tires, what are they about? They are really getting big, ladies and gentlemen. Heritage, European, performance, and design. Giorgetto Giugiaro, who also designed the Bizzarini a Puerta, the car we were just looking at.
It's true.
Which, if you buy one, you have a meeting with Giorgetto. But if I have that meeting and we do this, I'm going to ask about Vredestein tires because I want to know more about the sidewalls he designed on those tires because we have them on the Tesla. We have the Quad-Track Pro on there. Yeah. You have the Pinza ATs. Vredestein, more than a century of experience, a European brand, engineered for performance, and now available in North America. Go to Vredestein.com to find out where you can buy them in your neighborhood. Today's show is also sponsored by PrizePicks. It's a scorching sports summer, and you can make all your picks on PrizePicks. Women's basketball and baseball are heating up, and every football preseason game kicks off this month on PrizePicks. And with big tennis slams and major golf tournaments on the horizon, there's no better place for all your summer sports picks than PrizePicks, America's #1 sports picks app. We need somebody set up on this. Do you want to be the person we set up?
Me or Cam?
You should have told us that. Okay. All right, we're going to set you up on PrizePicks. The biggest stars in women's basketball are in the heart of their season, and there's no better place to run your game than PrizePicks, America's #1 sports pick app. Yes, what?
You said WBM. Keep pointing at you.
Oh. We've got MVPs raising their games to new heights and a rookie class ready to take over all while teams are fighting for their lineup. PrizePicks now available all 50 states, including California, Texas, Georgia, and Florida. Download the app today and use code SPIKE911 to get $150 off instantly in lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. That's right. Download the app and use code SPIKE911 to get $150 off instantly if you win your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, America's #1 sports app. There you go. And we're back, finally. Andrea, how are you?
Cool, you?
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Jonny Lieberman raced home to do this segment. He's very excited. Did you already meet Andrea before?
Yes.
Yeah? And drove the car?
I got to drive the car with the best passenger in the world, Maurizio Reggioni. Maurizio joined Lamborghini in 94?
4 or 5, yeah.
And he was the head of research and development until 2 years ago. And then he joined Eccentrica 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, 2.5 years ago, he retired from Lamborghini and he joined the team.
And he's an amazing, great friend, amazing man, blah, 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 blah.
Well, let's get into the car.
Yeah.
You've brought a very special car here with us.
Yeah, I did.
It's there behind us. It was up in Monterey. Where did you show it?
We showed pretty much all over. We had like 3 cars were going around and the Roadster that we unveiled in Monterey.
Yeah, on the concept lawn? Is that right?
On the concept lawn, yes. It was at Quail and then concept lawn.
Wow.
Yeah. But the cars were all over pretty much. Carmel, Monterey, it's so spread at the event, stuck in traffic, of course.
And tell us what you're doing. Tell us the whole idea. I don't know anything about this car. Sell me on this car right now.
Okay, the idea Do you want the marketing? Do you want the real story is quite funny because the founder, Emmanuel himself, is a Lamborghini collector. Okay. He always dreamed about the Diablo, and when he could actually buy, he bought it. Then he bought the Diablo GT. So,
which is the best, and that was Regioni's car.
And exactly, which is the best. Yeah. And Diablo GT came after 10 years from the first generation Diablo. So there is so much difference between the first and the last that Emmanuel said, I want to do the Diablo that has never been.
I see.
And I want to emphasize all the great things that has been done during all the series, various iteration of the Diablo into our Eccentrica, and to make Eccentrica the Diablo that has never been and maybe could have been. And that's where we came with Eccentrica.
So what did you make? Like, I always get confused. Like when I look at this car, I see Lamborghini, but so where does that start? What do you start with? What do you do to it?
Yeah.
And what did you bring? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know. Let's start from like numbers. We have 3,700 new components. So basically there are very little carryover components that stays with the car. And then everything is completely re-engineered. So basically we keep the chassis of a 1991, 1994 Diablo first generation.
Oh, okay.
And we keep the engine, the 5.7. Then of course we reinforce the chassis. So basically even if you put kryptonite on the chassis, on a Diablo chassis, still stays a Diablo chassis, but we really try to put more stiffness in the chassis, and actually it worked. And this has never been done on a Diablo. And then on the engine, we keep the soul, we keep the 5.7, not the 6.0, which is the latest version of the engine. And on the 5.7, we basically refit heavily. So new pistons, valves, electronic body throttles, new exhaust system, new intake system. We really improved not much the power. It's like 55 more horsepower. Doesn't need more power, that car. And we just improved the weak points of the car. So more progressivity, more speed in the RPM. So it goes, because we changed the flywheel, so it goes very, very, very fast in high RPMs, faster than the Diablo. We changed completely the handling. The first generation Diablo didn't have the power steering. So we put the power steering. Mm-hmm. The first generation Diablo was a nightmare with cooling. And, we are in Los Angeles, like, 35 Celsius, 36 Celsius, I don't know, Fahrenheit.
It's about that, yep.
We are staying in Burbank. No, we're staying in, it's Burbank probably. And we drove like 40 minutes until here. Perfect.
It's perfect.
It's perfect on traffic. So
is it like Singer? You're taking 964s and turning them into new reimagined vehicles? Like how many Diablos were there originally?
1,000.
There were 1,000.
They were only making 19.
So you guys were only making 19.
Yeah.
And where did you find your Diablos?
And then 19 Roadsters.
So like what you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do the buyers buy one first and then you redo it? Or are there a bunch of junker Diablos laying around?
There are a bunch of Diablos out there. Some are junk. Like my favorite donor cars are the one that have maybe aftermarket kits.
Yeah.
They stay mainly in Europe and Japan.
Yeah.
So you find my favorite donor, not my favorite Diablo. My favorite donor is basically a Diablo first gen that has been transformed into a fake Diablo GT with an aftermarket.
So it's been used and driven, and it's had many lives.
Exactly, but that's the perfect Diablo, no? Because you don't ruin. Like,
right. I hear you.
But it's also really worth noting that like the first year especially, but the 91 to 94 Diablos were just not good. The SV came out in 95. It was huge improvement. The brakes on a 91, they don't stop the car. Stuff like that.
Right.
Lamborghini was really.
Remember when Chrysler owned Maserati?
Did they own Maserati?
Yeah,
they owned Lamborghini.
I didn't.
I think they partnered.
Chrysler Maserati.
They
partnered on that
car.
car.
Iacocca was a big. That's why I bought Lamborghini. But Maurizio told me when he joined, they had 193 employees and they sold 193 cars. And it was really like if they don't sell a car, they got to fire somebody. It was really. Very, bad days.
All right. Well, look, you brought the car here.
Yes.
It's fresh from Monterey.
Fresh.
I want you to give us a tour. I want you to tell us about this car and what you did and how you made it.
Yes, sure.
Cameron's bringing his camera over there right now.
Yeah. So basically, as you can see, we respect very much the lines of Gandini. You see the arches.
Yeah.
Gandini. I'll talk about that.
Yeah, Gandini, we really pay a lot of respect to the design of the car. So Gandini arches, it's not like one of those full of spoiler stuff, resto mode. It's really clean, really neat. we developed, as you can see, there are braking, as Jonny was saying, there's big brakes there. All the body is in carbon fiber, so it's another upgrade. And in fact, the car weighs close to 250 pounds less than the original car. And then we have the iconic pop-down headlights. That basically the first generation Diablo had the pop-up. Nowadays you cannot do anymore. So we came up with this great idea. I think we've been the very first to do the pop-down headlights. Maybe I'm gonna show you after. In the rear, we improved the cooling system. As I said, you see that in the rear there is this big air inflow to allow PWR radiators, which are as big as this, to help the car in the cooling. Exhaust system custom by Capristo, and the engine bay is just, to me, I'm a little bit biased, but it's just amazingly open. So you can see the Lamborghini engine, the 5.7, it's there. And as all the things that I told you. So you can see that the scoops that are taken from the SV in terms of aspiration, they are actually functional, so are not extended. So it brings more air to the aspiration system. And then basically you can see from there, you see the electronic body throttle that was not available back then because it was mechanical. And so also the speed, the throttle works is also managed by a completely redone engine map. Inside the car, you can change from 3 modality, pista, strada, and acqua, which goes basically from 40% of the throttle when you want to be safe on the water.
What is this thing going to cost?
1,250,000.
1,250,000.
Yeah,
not bad. And how long does it take you to make one?
It takes 7 months to build one.
Where do you make them?
In Italy, in the northwest of Italy, near Torino. You know that in Italy there are 2 hubs, automotive hubs. The Motor Valley, Modena, Sant'Agata. And then there is Torino, which is the old incumbent Fiat Stellantis ecosystem, but it's full of competencies there, and that's where we're building the car.
Did you sell them all yet?
Yes. Luckily for me, we sold.
Why are you here then? You already sold them.
Because it's an honor to be here.
Because they got a roadster coming.
They got another car.
19 roadster.
Thanks for the spot. Yes.
I got to say something.
Well, I want to ask some questions here. Do you get to keep one? I mean, or is this a customer car?
No, that's our mule, our validation car.
Oh, it is?
Okay. It has 30,000 miles on it.
I see. Wow.
So, yeah,
look
impressive.
All right, well, yeah,
honestly,
go ahead. Open the doors. Let's look inside. Let's see what we get.
Let's open the door. Jonny was saying something before that, from 1991 to 1994, Diablo, they were inside very cheap.
Tell him how to open the door so it doesn't break down.
Yeah, you got it.
There he goes.
So we like to play retro futuristic. So first of all,
can I turn the dash on?
Yes, please do that. There are keys inside, I hope. So you see, gated manual, 6-speed. That's another engineering thing. Thank you, Jonny.
That's a nice angle of Jonny right there.
He knows how to use it now.
Look, it's Kit, the talking car.
It's Kit. You know that in between the 80s and the 90s, there was this digital pixel.
Yeah.
They were starting showing up. So we like to play a little bit with that in order to make something that is retro futuristic.
That's very cool.
Cool.
Below the power steering, there is this beautiful billet machine component. And back to the gearbox has been probably technically it's been the most complex thing to do because all Diablos has a 5-speed gearbox. We came up with a 6-speed, which I think completely changed the behavior of the car because the first and the second and the third gear are super short, so you can actually drive on Monterey road.
Second gear is super short.
Yeah, super. But super. Like in the third gear, you are probably 50 miles.
You just go right to 3?
If you're street driving, you don't need second.
You don't need 2. You go 1, 3.
It was very surprising.
I like that.
But reverse is now a button. You hit a button.
What about that seating position there? Those seats look like they really dunk you down.
That's exactly Diablo.
Perfect. Exactly.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, those
That's
are
nice.
Basically there are 3 seats different. The small one, the regular one, which is that one, and then we have the custom one. Basically, the car is a small cockpit. So what you do is just you remove the slit, the things that are used to move the car, to move the seat, and you have more space because it still is a Diablo, no cockpit. So it's very cozy, very small. But that's why we basically the air conditioning. The air conditioning works in Los Angeles with 35 degrees.
It's good AC.
We were just talking earlier in the show about how the market for old cars is in decline after the auctions, and here is yet another example of an old car turned into a new car where everything works. Remember I was just saying, like, people are just tired of maintenance on old cars.
Old cars suck.
And when you got a ton of money and you want instant gratification, you're going down this road. You're going, let me buy something with the problems already solved in it. So, for instance, when I buy that Ferrari, I don't have to rebuild the engine the second I get it, because every old Ferrari you buy, that's the first thing you do, no matter what the promise is.
Right.
You're rebuilding an engine for $50,000 these days.
Right.
Yeah, I think.
And, it's really, this restomod business is on fire right now. It's where all the excitement is.
Can I give you some numbers which are quite crazy?
Sure.
From our research, which has not been done by us, so it's not self-referral, but it's been done through a top-tier consultancy firm, American top consultancy firm, 25% of the market above 650,000 new registration are restomods.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's mainly driven by Singer, of course.
Yeah.
Because they increase so much the production capacity.
Right.
But the restomod is not anymore in niche, small things, but it's becoming bigger and bigger because, as you said, there is a space between the old cars that maybe has too much trouble and too much problem and modern supercars that, they do their stuff.
What's that?
The key.
A poison dart?
Yeah.
Did that get fired into the side of the car?
Yeah, in case.
That's cool.
Like
but no, I hear exactly what you're saying. And you take it to your Cars and Coffee. Thank you.
Yes.
The first one's mine. And you're the only one with it, and
you stole my exact words. I always say that because when you go in a Cars and Coffee, you may find a lot of Paganis, a lot of Koenigsegg. No, they're beautiful cars, but maybe they're not one of 19. And
that's right.
I'm sure that if you go to a Cars and Coffee, pretty much all over the world with this, you're gonna be the only one.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, there's been a paradigm shift in what collectible cars are and what's of value.
Yeah.
This is really cool. I like this thing a lot.
Yeah.
You should develop a gun. Shoot it.
That's actually for our Brits friend. They like playing darts in the pubs. So we came up with that.
Fucking throw that thing. So we made this. We sold it out. We have the Roadster that was just debuted. And how many of those are you making?
19.
19.
And what's cool about what they're doing with the Roadster is, like, as flimsy as the 91 Diablos were, the original Roadsters were flimsier.
Yeah.
And so they're actually not starting with Roadsters. They're starting with 91, 94, whatever, coupes, and then they're cutting them down and doing the reinforcing themselves.
And then what happens after the Roadster?
That's a tough question. Basically,
we're here to ask the tough questions.
Let me try to give
a diplomatic answer
to go away with the answer. But no, the thing is that one of the most complex things for small brands and small company like us is to have a clear vision of the future. Right. So what we've done is that develop a 5-year strategic plan. And what I can tell you is that definitely we're gonna stick to resto mode for the next 5 years because we do think there's a big space in giving a new birth, a new life to this beautiful cars that has been done in the past. We're gonna stay close to Lamborghini brand because we want to become a specialist. Of course.
What do you know, Jonny?
Oh, I know. Well, I'll tell you what. I was sworn to. I'll just piss you off, but I can tell you off the air. I know.
You know. Okay.
Yeah.
What I can tell is that maybe next summer we're gonna do something.
We don't need
new.
to know. I'm just glad that you guys are
really
eyes forward.
Good.
And thinking about it.
If what I know is true, it's really smart what they're going to do next.
2 questions, and then we got to go. 1, you'd never think about touching Ferrari, right?
No.
They would be too litigious, don't you think?
No. And it's not our bread and butter. So.
No.
And they hired the guy from Lamborghini.
Yes, but also the founder himself is a Lamborghini collector. He owns a Senza, he owns a Countach, he owns Miura. That's our heritage. Now that's where we want to stay because there's so much passion.
Here's
about
the
brand.
second question. I was in Italy this summer, in Florence and Scandicci.
Okay.
Everywhere I went, the cappuccinos are incredible. It didn't matter if I was in the caves, in the forest, or in the finest hotels in Florence. Why?
Yeah.
Tell me why your cappuccinos are better than we can't even touch them, please.
No, I have no answer to that. Imagine. Do you know where is Lugano? Lugano is a small town in the south, in the Italian part of Switzerland, okay, which is literally in the border. If you try an espresso in Milano or in Lugano, it's fa schifo. It's disgusting.
It's bad?
Because it's so close to Germany.
I don't know why. There's something in
Is it the milk?
No.
Because I walk out of a stupid cave tour. This guy makes me the greatest coffee I've ever had.
The closer you get to Germany, the worse the food tastes. It just all falls apart. Think about it. Germany's bordered by France and Italy.
Will you please help me figure it out? Because I called Seinfeld and I said, you are a student. Marsden is a student of making coffee. They know, and the temperatures and the pour and nobody can tell me.
Yeah. There's also the culture because they drink 7 or 8 a day.
The spoon floats on the cappuccino and then the drink, and you go, "Oh my god!"
I know. But don't tell me that because I've been in US now since 8 days.
You won't find
probably
it.
more than the cappuccino. I miss pasta.
You will not find it.
I mean,
but you know what? I'm looking forward to going back to Florence and having more of them.
And we're gonna
so
do a
nice
podcast
there.
Huh?
Yeah, well, I'll come visit you because I did reach out to Ferrari and say, "Hey, I'm about 45 minutes from the factory," and they couldn't get their shit together. They couldn't get their shit together.
I mean, but
now you're making excuses. This is Spike Ferguson of Spike's Car Radio.
Well,
come on,
roll out the
But now forget it. I'm going here. I'm going to come see you.
You can,
Andrea.
The most beautiful
Pleasure to meet you, my friend.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you for bringing the car by.
It's a pleasure.
Johnny, thank you for racing down here and doing the show.
Yeah. By the way, the car drives real good.
Okay, good. You're going to do a video on it for your YouTube channel?
No, we didn't have much time. I just kind of just drove it. It was just like an honor.
Cool.
For me, it's an honor to spend any time with Maurizio. He's just like,
here you go.
He used to have like a secret development team that I was on. He'd get the cars about 95% of the way there.
That's good.
Anytime with him.
Terrific, Johnny.
Spike.
We'll see you next week. Ciao. Spike's Car Radio. I'm going to throw this at your head.